Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Moltres. Moltres being quite a cool Pokemon, but unfortunately being really weak to Stealth Rocks, taking 50% damage on entry, but having a pretty good attack stat at base 100, pretty good special attack at base 125, relatively good speed at base 90. It's not going to outspeed too many things, but if you chuck a Choice Scarf on it, it's going to be looking pretty good. And it actually has relatively okay defenses, meaning it should be able to live a couple of hits from anything that is not a rock type. Before we get started today, if you could scroll down, please click that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really would mean the world to me. Okay, so let's get started with Moltres. We've got 4 sets today. The first set is a Life Orb Agility set. So the agility, as I said, the speed being base 90 isn't going to be the best thing in the world. But having agility allows you to double your speed from 279. That goes to about 558, I think that works out as, which is an absolutely huge speed stat, meaning you should outspeed the vast majority of Pokemon. And we then have 3 moves that you can really take advantage of. So you've got Flamethrower, powerful fire type attack, boosted by stab, hits really hard, again boosted by the Life Orb, 1.3 times, making it even more powerful. You've then got the Air Slash, which is a powerful flying type attack, again boosted by stab, and finally Scorching Sands. Now Scorching Sands is really good on Moltres because it can hit the rock types super effective damage, and obviously rock types are the biggest concern for you there as well, and it also hits electric types, which again are a big concern. EVs, I've gone for max special attack and max speed with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. I would recommend going for the modest over the timid here because you don't need more speed if you go for that agility boost. If you're not going for that agility boost and you want to go for a different move on there, I would recommend going for the timid nature because that would allow you to potentially outspeed not plus speed invested base 100 speed Pokemon, which is a lot to say in one mouthful. Okay, moving on to the second Moltres, we have got a bit more of a support Moltres. So on here I've got the Heavy Duty Boots, and Heavy Duty Boots are just a really good call for Moltres in general because Fire Flying means it takes 50% damage on entry to Stealth Rocks, so that his Heavy Duty Boots can actually be really helpful. Ability-wise, we've got Flame Body, 30% chance of burning a Pokemon when making contact, which can be really cool there. I think that works slightly better than Pressure. But Pressure does have its situations, but only really with low PP moves. Now on here we've got Roost. Roost is a transfer only move, so you would have to transfer Moltres with Roost already taught. I believe it can get Morning Sun, I'm not 100% sure on it, but I believe it can get Morning Sun as a replacement for that in Generation 8, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You need to check Cerebi for that one. We've then got Flamethrower, which is a powerful fire type attack boosted by stab. Defog to get rid of any hazards. When you've got the Heavy Duty Boots and not taking hazard damage, it makes sense to have Defog on there. And finally, we've got Will-O-Wisp to allow you to burn the opposing Pokemon. This can actually make Pokemon a lot less threatening, especially if they are physical without guts. So burning them halves their attack power, and that can work really effective for you. And you also get the chip damage from the burn. Now, there are a couple of ways of running the EVs. So you've got max HP, max special defense with a calm nature, so more special defense, less attack. And with the burns, it allows you to be able to live more on the defensive side, so you're more of a tanky Moltres. But you can also go for the max HP, max defense with the bold nature, so more, with the bold nature, so more defense and less attack, and that would allow for you to hopefully live a few more hits on a very defensive front there. So that's definitely a possibility for you to run also. Moving on to the third Moltres, I was trying to come up with a special set that would work in Dynamax, and the best I could come up with was Weakness Policy. Now on here we have got Weakness Policy. It doubles the attack and special attack when hit by a super effective move. Now obviously you don't really want to get hit by a rock type attack, but if you can get hit by an electric type attack, so for example in doubles maybe with Discharge, potentially you'd be able to live that just fine, especially if you're Dynamaxed. Move-wise, we've got Morning Sun, which allows you to heal yourself up because, honestly, you're going to take damage from that Weakness Policy. Once you're out of Dynamax, Morning Sun to heal yourself up, or Roost, for example. Heat Wave, powerful fire-type attack, and you can also set up the Sun if you need to as well when Dynamaxed, and that can just work really nicely in halving the attack power of water types, for example. Scorching Sands, which turns to Max Quake, increasing up your special defense stat, which can work really nicely for you also. And then Air Slash, increasing up your speed through Max Airstream. Obviously, your speed being a little bit lackluster, getting a +1 in there could definitely benefit you. EVs, there are 2 or 3 ways of running this. So you could run max special attack, max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack. You could also go for the modest nature if you wanted to, or you could go for a max HP and max special attack, max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in defense or special defense there. So you could run it as more of a fast Pokemon, or you could run it as more of a bulky Pokemon, so we can live that hit to activate the weakness policy. And the final Moltres, we do have a base 100 attack stat, which is pretty nice. So I've put the Moltres, I've put a choice band on here, and if you didn't know, when you're Dynamaxed, your choice band is not activated. So that means you can use whatever move you want when Dynamaxed, but when you're back to normal, you do get locked into the move. Now, there are a couple of moves that you can use on here. I've put Roost on here. As I said, it is a transfer-only move. It can be slightly problematic for you in some respects, but you could replace Roost with another attacking move. I'm just having a quick look through. You've got things like U-turn. I wouldn't recommend U-turn particularly because obviously you ending up out of the battle means that you lose your stat raisers, which when you've already put that investment into there, it doesn't really make much sense for you to then leave the battle. But looking at the other attacking moves, there aren't particularly many. You could go for dual wing beat, just have a flying type attack that isn't Brave Bird, that isn't going to cause you recoil. That could potentially work instead. But Rock Smash is going to turn into Max Knuckle, increasing up your attack stat by 1 stage. Brave Bird is going to increase up your speed by 1 stage using Max Airstream, and Flare Blitz is going to be able to set up the Sun for you as well, which again can work in your favour in many ways. EVs got max attack, max speed with a jolly nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Can always go for the adamant nature here if you wanted to as well. Anyways, that is all from me, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.